Hi guys, welcome back to my booktube channel. My name's Tolani and you're watching Tea Time with T Reads.
Maybe I'll read a book, or maybe 17. I'll add a few more books to my library.
Welcome back to my booktube channel. If you're new here, hello, hi. If you've been here before, hello, hi. And I welcome you all into my inner circle. You know what? Mandy from Mandy Books calls us her nookers. Maybe I should call you guys my biscuits, because you know I'm Tolani T and I spill the tea on books. And what goes with tea? Biscuits. I'm dumb. As you can see by today's title, I'm going to be doing a non-spoilery review on two books. It's only non-spoilery because I have a different video planned for them involving the same books. But I'm going to be talking about A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Brigid Kemmerer and A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. So I read these two books in the month of August. We're going to start with A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Brigid Kemmerer. This, first and foremost, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So it follows this girl named Harper, and Harper is I think 17 or 18. And she hails from Washington, DC. So when we start off the book, her brother is involved in some shady business, and her job, whilst her brother is on his jobs, is that she's the lookout. So they have a time that they agree on beforehand, and he always says, if I'm not out before X amount of time, it's your job to run. She's always like, yeah, cool. So she's checking the time, and it's past the time that they've agreed on. And because Harper's a bad bitch and you can't kill her, she's like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna run. I have to go check if he's okay. Anyway, on her way to check out where her brother is, she sees this man, and this man is in the process of kidnapping this woman. And because Harper is Harper, she's like, not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Not on my fucking watch. So as she goes to intercept the situation and she tries to intercede and fight off this man, unfortunately for her, unfortunately for the woman, she gets kidnapped instead. And she ends up in this palace. And there's another man waiting for the man that kidnapped her. The man that kidnapped her, his name is Grey. And the man waiting for them, his name is Ren. Prince Ren. They're in this palace and she's like, okay, cool, where the fuck am I? And he's like, you're in Emberfall. She's like, well, I must have failed geography because man don't remember where that is, but cool. So which way to Washington DC? And then they're all like, yeah, haha, about that. You see, the magic that brought you here actually can't bring you back for another 2 months because, you know, as you can see by the title, there's a curse. And she's like, what'd you say? What? No, what did you fucking say? And
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP.
she finds out that Emberfall is actually cursed. Ren needs a woman to fall in love with him to break the curse. Obviously it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but because Harper is Harper, there's absolutely no way she's gonna fall in love with this dude, so they're basically doomed. And yeah, from there we follow their journey. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I actually wasn't expecting to enjoy it. I just thought it was going to be like a little filler read, something to just keep me occupied whilst I was reading my other more demanding books. But I really enjoyed it. I love Harper. Harper is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like, she is a bad bee. Like, she's got big dick energy. Sorry, Harper has got BDE, big dick energy. She is that bitch. First of all, let me say, one thing I absolutely loved about this book, Harper actually has cerebral palsy. Is that how you pronounce it? And I thought that was amazing to see that kind of representation in a YA fantasy book. I've actually never read a book where the main character had cerebral palsy. I thought that was really lovely, and I love that it doesn't define her. Yes, it affects her sometimes in her day-to-day life, but it didn't define who she was. It was just a part of her. It's just something that she has to deal with from time to time, but it in no way limits who she is, and that was amazing. But yeah, I absolutely adore Harper. She was so strong and steadfast in her convictions. She's a very proud character, and when I mean proud, like, again, she doesn't let anybody or anything demean her and who she is. She knows who she is. She knows what she believes in. She is very passionate about the people she loves, and I thought that was beautiful to read about. And she captured my heart within the very I think from the first chapter she captured my heart and attention because she is so selfless and brave, and I adore her so much. We have Prince Ren. He's a basic bitch, unseasoned. I feel like I am alone in my sentiments because when I was reading reviews, everybody seems to love Ren. Like, he's boring, he's unseasoned, he's got no taste.
Fucking liar. She's a dirty bitch. She lives a fake life.
I don't even hate him, that's a lie. I have no feelings for him whatsoever because when he's on the page, I'm bored. I don't give a toss about you. I don't care. I didn't understand why everybody seems to like him so much. Like, he's whatever. I thought he was okay.
A few moments later.
I think he's a bum. If I'm being sincere, he's a bloody bum. Read the book. If you've read the book, comment down below. We'll have a little discussion if you want to know why he's a bum. Because there's certain things he starts doing and I'm like, you could have been doing this from ages ago. Clearly you don't care that much, innit? You're a bum. Maybe we wouldn't have maybe it wouldn't have been able to be included in the plot if he was doing those things before, and it wouldn't have indicated his shift in character, his evolution been included in his character arc and journey. But I don't care. He's a bloody bum. He's not that great. Grey. Let's talk about Grey. I love Grey. Grey is my precious little cinnamon roll and I love him so much. Again, from the first chapter, Grey, okay, maybe not first because he don't really talk and what he was doing was suspect, but from the second chapter, I loved Grey so much because he was acting like a dickhead and I was like, shut up fam, you're not a dickhead bruv, like you must relax. I know you're secretly a cinnamon roll. Like, he looks like he could kill you, but it's actually a cinnamon roll.
You are my ride or die. You're my home skillet biscuit. You know what I mean? And let me tell you this. If a bitch ever tries you, bitch. If a bitch ever tries you, bitch, let me know. Let me know. And we will set this shit off, bitch.
That is Grey embodied in one line. And I love him so much. And, you know, if you've read this and you read the ending, Grey, his character arc, his chef's kiss, like, he has so much potential and I'm so fucking excited to read about him because I know the second book people are saying he actually has a POV. People are saying in the second book he actually has a POV, and I just love Grey so much. Like, I just love him. I absolutely adore him. Like, with Grey, the taste jumped out. One thing I will say about this book is that there was a bit in the middle, like a chunk that I was like, this is actually very unnecessary. Like, this is just filler chapters now. We don't really need this. Like, in my personal opinion, nothing was really happening. But overall, I really enjoyed this book. I loved it so much and I'm really excited for the sequel. We're going to talk about Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Okay, so Sorcery of Thorns follows this young woman named Elizabeth. I feel she's 18, 19, and she grows up in a great library. And in the great library they have grimoires, and these grimoires, they're not just normal books, regular like these ones up here. They have souls, they have emotions, you know, they can speak to people, they react to people, etc, etc. Like, you know, in Harry Potter, where I think it's with Hagrid, they have this book in their class, you stroke the spine and it like opens up and stuff and it's got like teeth. Grimoires are kind of like that. Grimoires also, they have different levels. I think it's level 1 to 9. Level 1 being the least dangerous and level 9 being the most dangerous. Grimoires, the reason they're so significant is because they have spells, and some of these spells are forbidden. They need to be very carefully guarded. Not everybody's allowed access to them. And grimoires, if they're not guarded carefully, they can actually turn into monsters. These monsters are called maleficents or something like that. And yeah. So anyway, Elizabeth grew up in these great libraries. This great library, and one of the great libraries anyway. And she's now a librarian's apprentice. So she works with the grimoires and its upkeep and taking care of it, you know, etc, etc. However, if you grew up in a great library, if you're training to be a librarian's apprentice or some of the other things, you are taught, it's ingrained in you that sorcery is bad, it's inherently evil, because for sorcerers, the way they get their magic is they actually have to bind themselves to a demon and they have to sell some of their life to these demons. I think it's really cool, by the way, but that's how sorcerers get their magic, through demons and tying themselves to a demon, basically for all fucking eternity. So yeah, Elizabeth has grown up thinking sorcery is evil, anyone that practices sorcery is no friend of mine. Then she meets dashing young Nathaniel. He's a young sorcerer around her age as well, and because she hasn't been exposed to the world, when she meets him she's like, oh my days, like, you drink virgin's blood, he is a bastard, he kills them. And he's like, yeah, like, he's basically pandering to her opinion. He's like, yeah, that is exactly what we do. And then he's like, yeah, but specific virgin's blood, you know, it's not got the right shebang, it's not got the right zest, so the spell can be a bit weaker. He's like proper playing up to it, and she's thinking he's horrible. Anyway, one day her great library is attacked. Everybody basically slept through this attack except for her. So in the aftermath, and somebody of significance ends up dead, and they lose some really important grimoires, and she was the only one that's awake, so she's prime suspect number 1, and she's basically banished from the great library, and she has to go stand trial in like this sorcerer's court or whatever. She realizes that it wasn't only the great library in which she resides that is being attacked. There are other great libraries being attacked, and there seems to be a pattern. And whilst they are trying, the government is trying their best to sort it out and stuff, she feels like because she has some close proximity to this due to what happened at her great library, she thinks she can piece it together and basically solve it. So she links up with our man Nathaniel. If you read it, you'll understand how they meet again and stuff. And she basically asks for his help in order to solve who is attacking these great libraries. And yeah, we go from there. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I loved it so much. Oh my days. First of all, I absolutely adore Silas. If you know, you know. Silas, he is an absolute angel. Ironic. He just enthralled me. Like, I really love him. I adore his relationship with Nathaniel. Like, that is my bro TP. Like, you can literally see the love being exuded off the page when you read them. I adore Elizabeth. And one thing I will say about Elizabeth as well, I love that throughout the book you can actually see her evolving and growing. Like, she changes so much throughout this book. Like, in the beginning she's a bit ignorant, she's quite ignorant, and then by the end you can see that she has been questioning everything she grew up believing, questioning her worldviews, and she comes to realize, you know, sorcery isn't necessarily inherently bad or evil just because, you know, she's grown up believing it. That she realizes that things are not as black and white as they seem, and I really adore that. I love seeing her evolution, I love seeing her grow as a character, and by the end of it, even though, you know, she's still unsure about some things, you can definitely see that she's open-minded and ready to experience the world. She doesn't want to be closeted like she was before. Adored Nathaniel as well. I love him. I always fall for the really witty male characters. Like, it's so embarrassing. That's why I love Jace from the Shadowhunters so much. You can't see it, but it's up there. They are an iconic trio, okay? All the iconic trios in YA, what's shaking? They are shook. If you like this, by the way, you will definitely like this, I think. And if you like the Lunar Chronicles, so, you know, Winter, Cinder, and then Manda, you will actually like this as well. Check Sorcery of Thorns. There's adventure, there's a sprinkle of romance, there's friendship, there's magic, and I really liked this book. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I apologize if I was a bit low energy. Please like, comment, please comment, I want bookish friends, and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my social media, it's all linked down below. My reviews for these two will also be linked down below. I've got Twitter, I've got Goodreads, I've got Tumblr, I've got Instagram, I've got the whole shebang. Also, tell me down below if you want me to call you guys my biscuits. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.